Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Saracosian Mission with Ash Saracosa. Love, joy, happiness. Let's get it through the world. Love, joy, and happiness. It's just making me smile. Just say love, joy, and happiness. But anyway, enough with love, joy, and happiness. Let's get to our next episode's title, which is self-control. Self-control. I should have used self-control and not say love, joy, happiness so many times, but it just brings a smile to my face every time I say it. And that's what I want to be. Love, joy, and happiness. Sorry again. Self-control. Self-control, everyone. Alright. Let's start with a little ditty from the Bible for self-control. 1 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 25. Everyone who competes in the games goes into a strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last. But we do it to get a crown that lasts forever. What does that mean? I love to exercise. That's why I added that one. And it's true. When you're training, especially if you're an athlete and you want the prize, you're doing it for a crown. Just like a heavyweight boxer. We'll go boxing. Heavyweight boxer, look at the nose if you're watching it. Boxer's nose. Rugby league nose. But I did both sports. But anyway, enough of the tangent. Yes, my nose got hit a lot. Yes, it did. And then now it's crooked. Sorry. And they do it to grab that title, right? A boxer does it, or a rugby league player, or any sport. You do it to get the title. You get the crown. And when you retire, you get to keep your medals and stuff, but you do no longer have the crown. Someone else will have it. So in life, self-control, perseverance, patience. If you do have self-control, your relationships and the people around you, this is my take on it, will last forever. In abundance. If you can perform self-control, be calm. Be patient with people. If you want your health to last, you have to eat healthy. You have to train. You have to exercise. If you don't, what happens? Diabetes, heart disease, so many diseases. If you smoke, so many forms of lung disease. So, if you want something to last, you need to have self-control. And especially in the Christian world, if you want to go to the kingdom of heaven, you need to have self-control with sin. So self-control, how do we do it? How do we get it? How do we achieve it? I know in my 20s, my self-control was just nothing. None of it. I had no self-control. I know if, I'd go out drinking with the boys, then some substances would get put in front of my face and partake in some substances, be happy for a time, but then the low kicks in, right? So we all can admit that you feel worse in the long run when you do certain acts and certain illicit things, or even womanizing, or even, like I said, I don't know the word here, but I'm just going to say manizing. It feels good at the time, but when you keep giving and putting on that act, and it is an act, to fit in, you usually feel worse with yourself because you're not being true to who you are as a person, and your soul starts to feel depleted, and then you get into bad friendships, bad relationships, and when you do say, no, I want to break, you look like a weirdo, and they tease you, and maybe not for everyone, but you feel like you have to do these things just to fit in, and I'm saying you don't. Find a community that will embrace who you actually are, and do what you want to do to make yourself feel happy, and treat other people as they wish to be treated. If they treat you ill or treat you badly because of your decisions, then are they truly your friend? Probably not, because a friend supports a friend, a partner supports a partner, a father supports a son, a mother supports a daughter, and various other relationships. I don't want to cross-thread all of them, otherwise we'll be here for another 30 minutes. So, self-control. So in 2 Timothy 1:7, for God has given us a spirit of fear, but of power, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and of a sound mind. So once that fear gets in, what happens? You want to start that business, but what creeps into your mind? Oh, I'm not worthy. Oh, I don't know how to fill out that form. I don't understand this. I'm not good enough. And so you start to think of ways to get out of it. You start to think of ways to not do that business, or not to exercise. Or you might exercise for a day and then your body's sore. You know why your body's sore? Because your body's not used to exercise. That's why. And so if you actually train the next day, that soreness goes in about 2 minutes. And then you're sore the next day. You're actually sore the next day. But if you actually train again, that soreness will go. And after about a week, your muscles are used to training. And so that soreness is gone. And then the second week, it feels like a chore. And so mentally, you got to beat the mental battle next. First, it's actually a mental and muscle battle. Second one is the mental battle. And in about week 3 somewhere, you start to keep going. And then week 4, when you have your day off in week 4, or 2 days off in week 4, your body will actually miss the exercise. So if you just persist and have self-control, you will exercise. I know I went on the tangent with exercise. I like to exercise, so I'm just giving you what happens to the body. So give yourself a month, and then you'll be an exerciser. Don't give up, and know that you're not going to get muscles within a month, or the muscles that you see on TV or magazines, the ripped up body. It takes a lot longer, years, to get a really good body. Years, trust me. And even then you'll find flaws in your body. Be like, oh, I want this, that, want this, there. But self-control, once again, self-control. So self-control in relationships is not being angry. One of them is not being angry at the person for doing something when you're hurt, because that's where anger comes from, being hurt. So you need to give self-control and be calm, be empathetic. Control your mind to say it's not about me all the time, it's not about me. This person is telling me something. Drink of water, guys. This person is telling me something. And they're hurting. There's no point to compound it with more hurt and be angry. So have self-control for yourself and for the person, and you'll start to see that people will respect you more as a calm person and ask for your advice a lot more. So have self-control, and you'll start to see the fruits of your benefit pay off. You'll start to be seen as that person. Why don't they ask me questions? Why don't I ever get asked the deep physiological? Sorry about that. philosophy questions. I'll just go that word. Philosophy questions. Or things that you know about too. You know, like, I know that too. But have self-control. And if you're seen as an aloof or the funny guy, they're going to turn to you for that. So the way we perceive ourselves to other people is the way that you are going to get the desired outcome that you want. So, let's go to another one. Be steadfast, guys. Proverbs 29:11. A fool vents all his feelings, but a wise man holds them back. You can also take that with anger. So you get upset, you get angry at the person, and you just explode. I'm talking explode, vent everything. Like, you did this, you did that. You don't own me. This is my house. Sorry about that. I like to watch a movie and I like to portray things. So if I got my accent wrong, please get at me. But you know what I mean? You start to vent out all these built up emotions that you had. And I'm telling you now, and I know you know this, it never ends well. So, be steadfast. Be a wise man or woman and just bite your tongue. I'm not saying your feelings aren't valid. I'm saying come about it in a self-controlled manner. Come about it in a way where it's calm, empathetic, humble. There's no point creating an argument that could literally destroy everything you're trying to build. And words come out. Silly words come out. I'm pretty sure we can all agree we've said words we've regretted to someone and it's ruined a good friendship or relationship. So, be wise in what you say. Be empathetic in what you say. And you will get the desired outcome, which is a calm relationship. Knowing that your partner, your friend, your parent, your family member can come to you and vent their troubles to you in a calm way. And that you will be able to have the self-control and the wisdom to reciprocate that. If I think I said that right, reciprocate. And be gentle to them. Be gentle to their emotions. Some people don't have the self-control. So that's why sometimes it's you are the one that needs to show it. And I know what you're saying sometimes. Why am I always the one that needs to do it? Because it's got to start somewhere. And if you're the wisest in the room, then show that wisdom. And that wisdom will carry on to the next person. And so, if you see it, if you want to look at it this way, where you're the more mature one, and you're the one people are learning from, well, that makes you a great leader, a great person that people want to look up to. So, if you want to look at it in a negative way, and be like, what, I've always got to do it, why don't you look at it in the positive way, where it's showing that you're the better person, you're the leader, you're the strong one, you are worthy. And you watch as people start to respect you more, understand you more, and your ways are going to rub off onto the next person. It may not be overnight, but it will happen. Your energy will transform into theirs. It will. I've seen it happen. If you're an angry person, how do people treat you? They either come up to you scared or in fear that you're going to snap at them, or they're just going to come angry at you. I'm pretty sure, like, they're not gonna not do one of those things. I guarantee it. They're gonna say this person's angry, this person's gonna just lose their mind, so they're not gonna talk to you. They're gonna cower towards you, or they're gonna yell at you. Sorry, bit Aussie there. Yell at you. Yell at you. So let's show self-control and be empathetic towards people. Be the leader. Be the leader you were always meant to be. I believe in you. I do. Because, guys, my self-control was... I wouldn't even put a number on it. I think it was minus 102. That was my self-control. It wasn't there. It wasn't even a 0. It was just like, what? Rah, rah, rah. Sorry, I didn't want to... Yes, I used to just say rah, rah, rah. I wouldn't even say words. No. I'd say silly things, stupid things that would get the person defensive. And I'll be thinking, why are they defensive? I'm the one that's hurt. But my self-control rubbed off onto another person, whether it was, a woman, man, family member, partner. It got reciprocated. And now that I can show empathy and humility, it's rubbing off on people. It is rubbing off. I think I said this story in another one, but this story is pretty close, and I'm only been on this new track for, this year, and so my memory bank isn't as high as 38 years of being angry. My son was going through, night terrors, and I was at my brother's house and my sister-in-law's house. Or, well, holidaying, actually. And they invited me and my son along, and, it was a good time. He had a night terror, and he's just hysterical, and his eyes aren't open. They're open, but, there's like a glaze, so you start to freak out. He's only 3, I read an old wives' tale on Google because the medical things just weren't, just waited out. I'm like, man, 2 hours of this stuff, it just freaks you out as a parent, just freaks you out. And so I get the ice pack out, I just put it on his back, like I read on Google from some mother. Probably not the best way to go. But, he goes worse for about, 2 or 3 minutes and then snaps out of it. Boom. Like, he's looking at, like, what is going on? Spider. Now he can talk. He's like, spider. So he obviously sees some big spider. And my sister-in-law, she's a doctor, so all the medical advice would come in and, just out of concern. And I can tell you this right now. Last year, I would have been so angry with her for telling me, you're telling me to raise my kid? You're telling me what to do with my son? I know I would have come about it this way, but after cuddling with my son and just thinking, the way I think now is like, why did this person do that? And you can see it's for love, it's for comfort, it's to help. And so, when you go through something like that, you can feel the other person's energy as well. I don't know if it's... I'm pretty sure everyone can feel the energy in the room. And so I get out there. I actually meditated before I saw her again. But when I come out, I just reached over and grabbed her hand and went, it's all good. Sorry, it's all good. And then the night passed. And in the morning, I just went up and hugged her and said, I'm sorry. I love you. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Let's forget about... I know you were trying to help. And I know she was appreciative of that. I just know she was. And then my brother explained she was up all night worrying and reading and doing the medical thing. So she was worried all night for me, and I was worried I fell asleep, but I was worried for her that she didn't feel bad. So, just have self-control, understand where the other person's coming from, and just know that it's out of a good heart. More drinking. Alright. Philippians chapter 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I started praying to God for my self-control and my anger. And I can't explain what's come over me, but I don't get angry anymore. I just don't. Because there's a lot of verses in the Bible, Old Testament and New. It says just to ask, just to pray to God what you want, and He will grant it to you. But you have to mean it. You can't just, I pray multiple times a day now, so you have to mean it. Sorry, my throat is getting really dry now. Alright, back, sorry, just had to get a proper drink of water and clear my throat. You didn't want to hear me coughing. But yeah, ask what you want and it shall be delivered. But you have to mean it. You have to understand and have anguish in your heart to want to change and to grow as a person, man or woman. And from of that, I'm going to go straight to Psalms 141:3. Set a guard, O Lord, over my mouth. Keep watch over the doors of my lips. Because things come out of our mouth that we don't mean to say sometimes. So, guard your lips, guys. I'm going to have to cut the video one off, but if you want the extended version, keep listening to the audio. And for you guys that just are finished with the audio, want to keep listening to the video, summary at the end. Let's do a summary. So, self-control. Take 5 deep breaths when you're angry, 10 if you need to. Into your diaphragm, I recommend. That's the singer's lung. Just breathe in, breathe out. Show empathy, show kindness, show understanding. If you don't want to pray to the Lord for giving you self-control, then 3 tips. Go to the mirror and say to yourself, I am grateful for the person in my life. Say their name. I'm grateful to be a kind person. I want to be a kind person. So, speak these affirmations over you and you will get the desired outcome. And I recommend self-control as well. Those who want to start to exercise. I'm going to put stuff on my Facebook page, the Saracosian Mission. Come check it out. I got recipes on there. Well, starting to get recipes on there for families, single mothers, single fathers. I'm going to try and start putting up exercise regimes for 30-minute to 40-minute workouts if you got kids. But start to exercise, start to eat healthy, and start to appreciate yourself. And what I want you to say tonight, you don't have to say it this way, but in the name of Jesus Christ, I am grateful for this life. I choose myself. I am a good person. I'm a strong person. I'm a resilient person. I deserve success. I believe in myself. I am successful. I am filled with focus. I deserve wealth and abundance. I deserve love and a family. I believe in my ultimate potential. I am always happy and peaceful. I am lucky. In this I pray, amen. Have a good night, guys. If you want to continue, come to my audio and let's keep talking about Self-control. Bye, guys. Having good self-control is about many things. About many things. If you had more self-control, you would help. If you're struggling in life and you need a bit of help, self-control can help give you that warrior mindset of being able to achieve anything you want to achieve. Having that self-control can get you up out of those dark places by putting your goals, write down your goals and start to achieve them. And that's what self-control will do. Do not give up after a day. Don't give up after 5 days. Don't give up. Don't give up. And don't give up, guys. And girls. Sorry. I say guys a lot, I know. And my self-control is to be critiqued about how to present better and not take offense. Because I want to be a better talker for overall. And I can't blame my dyslexic mind or my type of language. Otherwise, I would have quit by now. So my self-control is to keep pushing forward, not just for me, but for people who need help. And I generally want to help people, and I have a story to tell that, it baffles some people. And they say, get your story out there. How did you accomplish doing some of the things you have done? Even though I've slipped a lot in my life, I've also had a lot of accomplishments through setting goals. And so once those goals were met, I would sink back down into procrastination mode and not do anything again for a few years. So self-control can pick you up out of the darkness, and I'll use this again, can pick you up out of the ashes and make you rise like a phoenix. And once you accomplish goals, you start to get confidence back in yourself. You start to see that you can do great things and you're a great person, and start to see your worth. Have the self-control to not talk bad about yourself in your mind. When you look in the mirror, you are a strong person. You are worthy. You are. And I believe in you. I believe in everyone's potential. Jeremiah 29:11. Go to it. You've probably heard it a million times. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, says the Lord. Thoughts of peace and not evil, to give you a future and a hope. God picked you. God picked you. Even before your mother and father did the dirty. He picked you for something. You just got to know what. And the only way you're going to know what is by having self-control and not going down the easy path. If you want success and abundance, you may get lucky and win the lottery. But for most people, it's hard work. And hard work is about self-control, discipline, determination. And so you need to start to pick yourself up. Pick yourself up, one limb at a time. Stand up. Stand on your own 2 feet. And grind it out. There's always people out there that will listen. If you need an extra hand, there's always people out there that will listen. And most times, when you see someone that's succeeded, and it looks like just everything goes right for them. If you actually read their story, they've gone through a lot of heartbreak and a lot of bad decisions. And it's easy to just sit on that couch, eat junk food, drink alcohol, let that stomach get a bit further out and further out and further out. It's easy. So we need the self-control, and we need to understand, even for our mental health, to have better relationships and not to be around toxic people. Even yourself could be toxic. So you need to change that habit with self-control, self-discipline, and to change for the better. You are a strong person. Have the willpower. If you don't like something about yourself, change it. And change it. Sorry to repeat myself. But having strong self-control it helps with impulsive behavior. So you don't explode in anger. It helps you control your emotions. You know, you're in a bad mood. You can always pick yourself up by saying the right words. I'm grateful for the sun. I'm grateful to be able to walk on the grass with no shoes. It can be anything that you're grateful for. Why I say these things is, when I started down this grateful path, I would look for, I don't know what I was grateful for. So I'd start with, I'm grateful for the roof over my head. You know, like, I was just like, what do I say? I'm grateful for the car I drive. But now it's just like, I'm even grateful for a washer to put warm water on my face. I'm grateful just to take deep breaths. I'm grateful that it took me 37 years to start drinking coffee. Oh man, did I hate coffee. But I'm just saying. And then once you start to turn these bad moods into good moods through self-control and discipline, your movement becomes better. The way your body moves. And then start to exercise that. And I do promote meditation. My form of meditation is, I don't know how the Buddhists do it, but my form is, I think about topics that really annoy me, people that really annoy me over things they've said and done. And I come at it from their point of view. And in every realization, I understand that person is hurt. That person is hurt on why they acted that way. And now I just want to show how the love I have for them, and that I should have dealt with things differently. And now with my self-control and my emotional control through that, and my foolish impulses that I don't have anymore, I'm seeing better relationships form all around me. And so from of that, I want to read Proverbs 16:32. He who is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he who rules his spirit than he who takes a city. So, control your spirit, control your anger, because it will be reciprocated in turn eventually. If you're an angry person, the person's not going to trust you for a while. So once you start to show people that you're not that person anymore, they will start to see. They will start to see everything. But gratification, being grateful, is a great way of self-control and to stop your urges. You need to practice being grateful. It's an easy way of self-control to start you off on this journey. Get your journal. Every morning you wake up, write 3 to 6 things you are grateful for. 3 to 6, that's all you need to do. And I'll tell you, it will get easier. And then once you start to belittle yourself each day in your mind, saying you can't do this, you can't do that, start to say what you're grateful for in your mind. And slowly by slowly, you'll start to see that you're not thinking in that negative way anymore. And you're starting to see your life being worthy, because you are a worthy person. So stay strong. And being negative always puts bad health in your system. You get sick more. It's actually proven. So be grateful for your health, for your mind, for the people around you, and know that I believe in you. And if you want to come see me on the Saracosian Mission on Facebook, drop some comments in, subscribe, follow me, and I'm happy to reply to questions that anyone has. Let's get the message out. Love, joy, happiness. Have a good night, guys. I hope you keep following me, keep giving me tips, and love, joy, happiness. Have a good night, have a good morning, have a good week, have a good weekend. See ya.